This is our Accelerations Preschool Readiness Kit for ages 3+. This kit has all the resources for fun learning experiences to get your child ready for a successful preschool year. The kit comes in a clear vinyl backpack, and having a backpack, letting a child carry their own items helps develop that confidence and excitement about school as they become more independent. The kit features these bilingual activity cards, and this will walk you through the different activities, and it also explains how it is aligned to Head Start programs or any early learning outcomes that you're using in your preschool program. It starts with a family letter in both English and Spanish, and will also give activities to do in cross-curricular activities, language and literacy, math, science, social emotional learning, and active play, or developing those gross motor skills. So I'm so excited to show you some of these activities. The first one is this Spatial Relations playset. A lot of early math has to do with talking about relationships, where things fall in relationships to other things. And that'll come in handy later on when they start to learn numbers. But here, you're focusing on the position of something in relation to something else. So this card here would show a fence in front of a boy, or the boy is standing in front of the house. And you can set up the items in different spaces to show the relationships. Now, I might also use this not only for math, but also for language. You can use these pieces to have a child tell a story or create a story using the car, the house, the fence, and even the adorable little cat. So I think for language and literacy, that would be a lot of fun as well. Or you can also look at some of these items and ask kids to make connections to their own life. Does anyone here have a cat? Does anyone here know a little boy that plays with a ball? So having them make those connections makes that learning real and helps the kids connect to the curriculum. Our next activity in this kit is our How Am I Feeling Today activity set. And this helps children explore social emotional learning. What do those feelings feel like? Those big feelings these kids are having and adults are having these days too. How does that look on different people's faces? And these acetates can be laid over the white base here or the mirror base. So you can see what different things look like, what different expressions look like, and try them out. What do these eyes look like with this mouth? Or maybe this mouth. And it's fun to have the kids look at, well, what might a sad face look like? What might a calm face look like? And what might a happy face look like? And they can use the mirrored side to see what it actually looks like when they pretend to have that feeling and emotion. So working social emotional into what you're doing every day, whether it's in the classroom or at home, will get your kids ready for that experience when they get in with other children and teachers. The next piece of the kit is this journal. Now, this journal is full of blank pages where students can fill it on their own. And we include 8 washable chubby markers sized just right for the kids who are just developing the fine motor skills to color or write or even just hold them. So as they practice with that chubby marker, it gets their hand ready for the next few years with that pincher grasp when they're gonna be transitioning to crayons and a pencil. So this journal can be anything the child wants it to be. You can use it to trace some of the letters. You can use it to observe with the binoculars and draw what you see. You can use it to draw this scene from one of the spatial relations, or they can draw facial expressions. They can write stories, draw pictures, be creative, or anything they'd like to do. So having this journal open-ended really gives a lot of possibilities across the whole curriculum and empowers the child to create. After the journal, we have these letters that I mentioned earlier, these self-adhesive uppercase foam letters. Now, what's great about these letters is they have a peel and stick back. So I can peel this right off, and I can stick this anywhere. I might put a C for Carrie right here. Now, this would be great in a sensory bin. You could also place them around the room to label as students are starting to learn language, and that words actually mark the items and have meaning. These are perfect for helping the child see that language really is everywhere. You can trace them in the journal. You can have them spell out their name. Just learning their name also helps build that independence and confidence. In the kit, we also have some science activities. We have these mini binoculars, which are so fun. And I know the kids love to look in both sides and see the difference. And maybe they can compare and contrast what things look like, or take them to any window and look outside, and what do they observe about the natural world, and what can they take from that and say, this is what I believe to be true about the world around me. And you can use guiding questions to help them understand and make scientific discoveries about what's around them. So when they connect to that curriculum, again, that's how it becomes real, and that's how they really invest in that experience. This set also comes with a set of magnets. So this magnet exploration set is sized just right for little hands who are just developing the motor skills to be able to use that. And we have our markers here that hold nice and steady to the balls. And we have 10 balls here of different colors. So the students can observe what happens. They can observe the attractive forces here and really find out, wow, why does that happen? What can I do? What can I try? They can also watch the balls roll and learn scientific discoveries that way. If they want to include observations in their journals, they can do that. There's a lot of fun to be had here. And science is a lot like magic. Sometimes it does what you don't expect and you just want to know why. So this can be that spark that gets them excited to figure out why things happen around them and get them excited about learning. This next activity, our mini parachute for two, is so much fun. It can be done with a parent and a child, with two children, with a teacher and a child, but it gets the child working with another person. It has two handles for each person, and you can move it and move the parachute together and see what happens. It's also a great exercise to learn about air and how things move. So it adds in science to developing those gross motor skills. And it even comes with two bean bags. So you can put the bean bags on top of the parachute and have the child predict what might happen with them. And then they can look at it and reflect and say, well, did what you expect happen when you moved the parachute? And that's the beginnings of scientific discovery and making a hypothesis. So you're setting them up with all of these fun, exciting activities that students can do. They won't even know they're learning, but they'll be developing all of these skills that are going to transfer right into that preschool experience. Now, all of these activities and these cards are going to come packed in this backpack, which is great for use on the go or back and forth to school or anywhere you're waiting or traveling. This is a great place for your child to be able to take learning on the go with them. So we hope you enjoy this kit and have fun learning.